And welcome back for round 3 of Kill or Love. So, load, start. Now, chapter 3, August 10th. Little recap. Woke up in a hospital. There's Anna there. Don't like Anna. We want to kill her. We're having just had flashbacks of Grace, who was a very nice lady, but shouldn't have become friends with us. And that's basically it. So, August 10th. I could write about all the talks we had. About the first night we spent together. About looking for an apartment and finding it. About moving in. This is about Grace, by the way. About pretty much anything that only involved the two of us, but I think it's time to move on. This isn't a feel-good journal after all. And we're writing a journal. That's how the story is being told, really. It was Thursday, coming up to a year since Grace and I started dating. I was at the cash register. Grace wasn't in the store. An old lady was counting a change slowly and with trembling hands when Anna walked in. The one we want to kill. Anna didn't buy anything. Went for the register towards me, empty-handed, with nothing but a knife in the back pocket. The sight of her approaching made my heart stop beating like mad. My head hurt. I knew the moment I saw her that she meant trouble. Jack? My God, is that you, Jack? She had the nerve to pretend she stumbled upon me by accident, like she hadn't tracked me down. But I didn't have it together. I couldn't see through her acting. I was confused, panicking, not sure why. Excuse me, miss. Is it you? Please don't cut in line, miss. It's not fair to the other customers. The old lady was still tackling her mass of coins. She didn't seem to notice much around her. Don't play silly with me, Jack. It's you, isn't it? Yes, my name's Jack, but you've got me confused with someone else. There's a lot of Jacks out there, you see. Oh, come on, you're alright. I put a hand to the counter to steady myself. She reached out as if to place her hand on mine. She jerked my hand backwards, like she was going to bite me. She probably was. It's me, Anna. Don't you remember your old friend? No, we've never met. I guess it has been a while. 15 years. Not me, must be someone else. Anna stared right at me, through me. It's like I was transparent. I thought I'd either boil or freeze. Not sure it's you. Let's go somewhere and talk about old times. It's a great restaurant just two streets over. Look, lady. Even if I was as friends of yours, I have a job to do. So, let me get on with it. You're bothering the customers. The customers weren't bothered one bit. Just me. If they hated anyone, it was probably me. After all, I was being so rude to this pretty charming girl who only wanted to talk to her friend. It's a good point, Jack. What are you doing in this place? It's a pile of trash. Someone like you doesn't belong here. I was through trying to reason with her. I crossed my arms and said nothing, hoping she would notice that my heart was pounding way too fast. Anna gave me a good hard look. Doors that way. So that's how it is. I'll see you later, Jack. And she went away. Yes! I let out a long breath I hadn't noticed I was holding. I felt awful. I felt amazing. Even worse, I felt Anna had been right. There had definitely been something familiar about her. But I didn't want to find out more. Almost as there's a traumatic experience lurking behind her. Next time she comes in, I'll treat her the same way, I told myself. Guessing correctly they'd be there next time. Guessing wrongly that it'd be at the store. I'll do it again and again until she gives up. I don't know what she wants, but I won't give an inch. The old lady cried out. She found a quarter. Woohoo! Time to pay for the barrel. It's August 11th. It's weird, isn't it? How I just write today's date like that, and then you're right to telling you about something that happened months ago. Just write down when that stuff happened. If it was too long ago, I don't think I can remember the exact dates. Nah, who cares? Not me. Hopefully not you. This is only for me anyway. And me. Anyone who watches this. Anyone else who plays the game. I mean, yeah, it can be a jumbled mess. Please don't make that jumbled. Sometimes I feel like I should write more about what's happening now. I mean, you're just lying in a bed. Yeah, nothing's happening. So screw it! And I told Grace about the girl who called herself Anna. And who called me Jack. Even though we didn't wear name tags. See this? Not a name tag. She took it like it was a good news. That's amazing, Jack. She must have recognized you from childhood. She said 15 years, didn't she? That's right, from the time you can't remember. I don't know, she might be some sort of scam artist. I just come up with that idea of Anna being a scam artist, you know. Seems a good enough excuse not to go near her again. Yeah, right. Come on, Jack, at least give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't need her, Grace. I've got you. Jack, I'm not telling you to sleep with her. Don't be so rude to her next time, okay? I wasn't being rude. I'll sleep with whoever I want. You will, or you so were? So what if I was? Interrupting me. It's not fair to her. It's fair to the other customers and they don't care. She seems like a nice girl. You didn't meet her. Did you hear the intense music? And don't you think it'd be good for you, too? No, I got you. I'm all good. To be friends with her? Yeah, not really. She could tell you about your past. Like I said, don't need to know. Then maybe some things would start making sense. You could put whatever happened behind you. Look, you're the only one who wants to know. And nothing happened. Something must have happened, Jack. People don't. Grace fell silent. Instead of continuing, she started running her fork through peas on her plate. We're eating? Oh, jeez, shut your mouth and let's gobble it up. We're having dinner. Yeah, you don't say now, you say. People don't what? Well, don't do that at night. Unless something happened to them. I keep telling you, it must be some weird kind of insomnia. Nothing more. Sleeping pills don't work on it. Something will, eventually. But why not try this? The memories you have, it's like they want out. I think you should get out too. Then you won't be scared of whatever's happening anymore. And how does that work exactly? You'll be able to face it properly. Helped me a lot, you know, thinking about what happened to me. Seeing it as not so bad as I thought it was. Yes, I'm in primary school. I stubbornly refused to answer and went on eating like there hadn't been a conversation at all. What Grace had referred to was something I'd only recently found out. Apparently I shouted and kicked a lot at night. Sometimes I all out screamed. Maybe I still do that all out. Who knows? Maybe the staff and patients here are too polite to point it out. No, I don't scream at night anymore. I'm fairly sure I don't. I am sleeping. But it's not to say I can sleep all that well. Funny how at one point something like that was the biggest problem in my life. It was so long ago. 2 weeks to be exact. Or at least it feels like a long time. So much has happened since then. Anyway, not that we know what happened. The morning after I would wake up sweaty and tired, but it wasn't until Grace told me about the screaming that I found out why. Grace said it happened about once a week. It really freaked her out. First few times it happened. But then she got used to it. Eventually screaming. Just being just annoying. Or as used as you can get. Makes me feel like an asshole. Realizing how nonchalant I was about it. Screaming over a few nights in my sleep was, well, I felt a small price to pay so I wouldn't have to bother with the past. But it didn't matter, in the end, if I decided to face the past or not. Either way, it was coming. Coming with a knife in his hand towards my back. Coming deeper, thrusting inside. The second time Anna and I met as adults, we were neighbors. Hey. The hell is this background? I was coming back home from a morning shift at the store. I went into our building, up to the second floor, down the hall to mine at Grace's door, and I froze. There was someone standing in front of our door. That someone was her. Anna? Jack! Oh goodness, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you... She pointed at the door as if to ask if I lived here. Yes, that's my apartment. As you damn well know. Oh, air felt warm and still. Soup-like. What are you doing here? I was going to say hello to my new neighbor. So, hello. Wait, what? And here. She pushed something into my hands. There was a plate wrapped in plastic wrap. There was something brown on the plate. Brownies! I'm sure you like them, Jack. But we're not neighbors. I spat the words out. But we're not. Yes, we are. I'm right over there. Anna showed me the door to the right of mine. Ah. That place had been empty for weeks. Pretty sure the guy who lived there before was that heroin addict. He didn't seem so bad now. What an amazing coincidence, though. To think we'd end up living so close by again. It's not a coincidence, is it? Pardon? Come on, really. What are you trying to do? It's obviously you planned this. There's no way something like this could happen by accident. Anna laughed. It would sound like a fork scraping a plate. Well? You can't believe it's a coincidence, or you can believe it's not. Either way, we'll be seeing each other pretty often. Enjoy the brownies. Thanks. I'm not a big fan of sweet stuff, but I'm sure Grace will love them. Grace? Who is Grace? My girlfriend. Pointed at the door with my thumb. We live together. My deal was that, in case she was acting like this because she was interested in me, I'd gently tell her I was taken. Grace, my girlfriend! Sorry, you can't... Grace. Yeah. She must be a nice girl. Give me that look. The best I've ever known. She's lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have her, really. Yeah, it's the other way around, see? Well, it's been nice chatting, neighbor. I also had a grace for you. I should go and say hello myself. No need. Please, I insist. I'll do it for you. And she's not here anyway. But, bye. Pretended to unlock the door. It was already unlocked because Grace was home. I stepped in and shut the door in Anna's face. In the apartment, I found I could breathe freely again. Ah, that son of a bitch. Talk to this girl, be friends with her. Not a chance. She creeped the hell out of me. Writing all this down, I can see why Grace thought I was overreacting. By fact of it, it don't seem all that bad. A friend I hadn't seen in years noticed me at my workplace, talked with me a bit, and then happened to move in right next to me. But I knew right from the start there was something rough about her. Rough. Ruh-roh. About her. It's not something to ignore. Paranoid? Yeah. But in this case, I was right to be paranoid. Just because I let my guard down there. Oh, ah, beautiful. Still no news from the doctor about when we're able to get out of here. In fact, I haven't seen him in days. I was just busy. Asshole. Was there something happened to him? It's the paranoid talking. No, that's not paranoid. That's plain stupid. Anna can't make a doctor disappear and get away with it. Or could she? But I've got to say, if this doctor does disappear, it wouldn't be much of a loss at the hospital, I think. I'll have to ask him to give me some neck exercises I can do. My neck hurts from craning my head side to side all the time to look at the sky. Oh, at least the weather's not bad now. At least the weather's bad now. Why is that a good thing? I'm not looking there as much. Alright. It's weird how a little neck pain is causing me trouble, with how broken and bratted the rest of me is. I really want to add R to words. No, I probably should mention my neck to him. That might up my dosage. And what'll I do then? My brain turn to mush. Maybe then I'd be happy. In any case, I have things to do and I need a clear mind to them. Hope that's what I'm writing makes sense. What I'm saying isn't, I hope I haven't gone down the rabbit hole already. And all I'm doing is scrolling line after line of meaningless chicken scratch. But that'd be pretty funny, I guess. In a pretty unfunny way. August 12th. Those brownies were tasty. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. I wanted to throw the brownies into the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweet stuff, chocolate especially. And then, of course, I had to explain where I'd got them. At the supermarket. Huh. Weird. Oh, I guess you work there too. I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence. Yeah, it must be a sign. A sign of what? She's stalking me? You know, it is weird that I thought she was stalking me, since she knew where I lived, but that she didn't know about Grace. I mean, she couldn't have known with how surprised she was. I didn't think she was acting. Was it just a coincidence then? No, absolutely not. That I refuse to accept. Stepping by. I think I'll go say hi. Grace, wait! I can make something for her too. But not. Do we have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies. No. Find me plenty of butter. Yeah, and then you'll eat most of your own. Hey. Speak it like the truth. That's the point of going to visit her, though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live close by. We're neighbors. I want us to get started on the right foot. Maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice. I don't think it would, considering my future and how much I hate her. I wrap my arms around her. Of course you deserve that. But please, find a friend that's not her. Anyone but her. Why? Once again, I couldn't properly explain it. I couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch, a gut feeling I'd get whenever I was near her. I've at least got to see her for myself, to see if she's really such a horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. Man, she said hi that one time. Oh, it really gave me riled up. Next day in the afternoon, I was lying down on the sofa. I was nursing a headache that'd been with me since morning. Grace told me that she'd be right back. Ha! Wonder where she went. Went out of the apartment with something in her hands and the smell of freshly baked cookies out of the kitchen. I really wonder where she went. Still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. Well, you daft idiot. Ah, shit, I whispered. Yeah, shit. I was immediately up. Not good, not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than I would expect. It was like, with Grace sitting on it all by herself, some vulnerable part of me was exposed. Get off that damn piano! I wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door to keep her safe and never ever let her out of my sight. But I also didn't want to go in there. I just stood there, head in hands, wondering what the hell to do. All at once I was telling myself to go there, you coward, but also to stay here, you idiot. And somewhere far away in a tiny voice, very tiny, very little, was telling me I was overreacting. And then I broke my glass out of sheer anger. Now, Kevin, is that a breaking glass? Coming from where else? On his apartment? That was pretty loud. Gee, we have thin walls here. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. Now there was no sound at all, nothing to explain the crash. Finally overcame my cowardness. I dashed out from the apartment to hers. When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood. Grace kneeling down, and Hannah stood above her, and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me there, out of breath and confused. Jack? Ah, hi, Jack. I didn't notice. Did you join us? No, what the hell is going on here? This. Anna waved her hand on the floor. All the bits of glass, white ceramics actually. They were all scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yes. What? Just looking at the blood made me feel sick. Like I was going to throw up. But I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. Never had the stomach for it. Grace was picking up the broken pieces of ceramic. There was a little accent, you see? An accent? Yes. What else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were hotter than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate and got all the way over to her apartment. Went in, stood there for a while, and then they got hot and you dropped it. And it was Hannah's plate too. Oh, but that makes more sense. You probably just warmed up in the microwave. Be careful, Grace. You might cut yourself. I already did, you dumbass. She cut herself already. Look. Huh? She only now seems to notice the blood around her. But Grace checked her hands, turned them around a few times to see every single one, but found no cuts there. It's not me. It's my blood. What? Anna was, I just noticed, holding her left hand tightly with her right. There's a little blood still trickling from between her knuckles. Oh no! Grace's hands hovered around Anna. Okay, we can stop the music. Dude, everything's fine. She looked willing to help, but afraid she'd do something wrong. How did this even happen? You dropped the cookies? I tried to pick up some pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna. I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. It's alright. The way Anna said that was forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. Rightfully so. I could still help. She remembered I was there. Jack, go get some goals. Those goals. We have goals? Useless. Frustrated, more frustrated than I'd ever seen her before. Grace ran off to get the gauze or something. What the hell's gauze? So, I guess it's the ointment. She left me there in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about those cookies, hey? A real shame. I didn't get to eat a single one. Just on the floor. I'm sure they're not, but... Well, actually, she picked one up with the free fingers of her left hand. Some of her blood gone on the cookie. Oh well. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. The whole thing. Jesus! Is that you? God, I haven't seen you in ages. Ah, man, nice to see you. I mean, it's not bad at all. There's still one. Do you want one? You know, with your blood on it. It's cause contamination of sickness. You make me sick. It's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else said it. But I'll forgive you. You just offered me a blood-soaked cookie. She licked her lips. Should have left, but I was like a frog being stared down by a snake. I wonder what you're taking, Grace, so long. Supposed to be flustered, poor girl. So much worry about teeny cut. It's not serious. It's not. How do you know? I've seen a lot of cuts. Personally, I make them. I can imagine. Hannah laughed. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. Still hard to believe. I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? Look. She showed me her hand. The cut ran from the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. Base of her thumb? God, that's... Ugh. Wound was thin but long and ragged. The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. Yes, I get it. It's a cut. How do you explain it? Oh, does it look that bad? It's a big cut. It's huge. Don't worry, it's not even a scar. Stop that. You really I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't nice in any case. What stopped me was Grace coming back. Sorry. There wasn't any cars. Damn, I was really wondering what it was. Here, she brought a roll of pink toilet paper. I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace, but I don't need that. You don't? No, you see. The blood stopped. Hannah flashed me a smile. The corners of her mouth were still red. But blood cookie? Gee, how much blood was on that cookie? August 13th. Good day today. Didn't see Nana once. Ha! Yes! But enough of that. After what happened, where I left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page. But no. She'd get angry at me. In the end, I was the only one who cleaned up that bloody mess on the floor. Threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on more. I mean, she was the only one who could eat them. Her own blood's not that bad to have. Back in our apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, it's all my fault. I meant Anna. You did just meet her, alright? Yes. And? Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her. If that's what you mean. Thank you. And I'm being a real ass. She's beautiful. I thought she would be some shy little girl or a crazy cat lady or something. But she's like a model. What? No, just completely wrong idea. Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted. Grace, I am much better than that. Shook my head. I really didn't see her that way. Now, with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. What a waste of good looks. She's much more beautiful than me. Not true. I like blonde hair. Shh. Hey, don't say that. She's not. She is. Grace dropped her gaze and stared at her hands. She wasn't mad like that I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of blood either. She's a nurse, Grace. A nurse. She's just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. I'm turn the air conditioning off. Grace. Jack. Grace. Jack. I mean, you're beautiful and kind. More beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky as hell to have you. My cheeks burned. Must have looked like a tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like this. I mean it. So don't say stuff like that. Okay? Oh. Grace blinked like she was just woken up. There she is. I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. Yes, you have. Thank you for being awake. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? Not at all. Don't say that. And don't say you're sorry either. Common misconception. I know I'm such a ladies' man. You've got nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. Well, better than not apologizing. August 15th. What day did we even start this journal? I didn't write anything yesterday. The pain in my leg made it so I couldn't focus. Been hurting like a bitch these past few days. Gave it and asked the doctor about it. Dr. No Face! Is that what I called you? I don't know. He's fine, by the way. Didn't disappear or anything. Must have taken a few days off. I asked him about the pain. I asked him if I could do anything about it. Apparently, pain is a good sign. I think that's what he said. So I guess my leg's healing alright? I think he just said that to shut me up. And it still hurts. When the doctor went away, I complained out loud that it hurts. One of the other patients must have thought that I was talking to him. Patients here now are not the same guys I mentioned before. Maybe one is, that's all. The others went away. To another part of the hospital, no home. Or maybe to a morgue. That's a bad thought. I don't know, that was a keep track. So I said something about how my leg hurt, and a guy on the bed next to mine, a kid actually, gave me more than 18, 19, starts talking to me. I think he was saying how he's in a lot of pain too. Couldn't understand most of it though. His jaw had been wide shut. Anything he tries to say, it moans and a lot of drool. Then a nurse came in, not Anna, and told him he shouldn't speak if he wants his mouth to get better. So he shut up. Cool. Not much else had happened. But my leg really bothering me. It's a deep pain. It doesn't feel like it's healing. It feels wrong. In a way that makes my teeth hurt too. I'll stop with the leg now. I have to get my mind off it. It hurts so much. My leg! I'll check where I left off the other day before yesterday and go from there. My leg! You're not coming with us. My leg hurts! I mean, again? No, I don't feel like it. But Anna is so great to hang out with. Yesterday we went window shopping. Then we went to the cafe and then we had ice cream in the park. Should I be worried about you getting with her? Because that sounds fun. It was. Anna's a really interesting person. You should give her a chance. I want us all to be friends. So please come along. Look, I said this right from the start. No. I think I'll pass. Sorry, but no way, Jose. A moment later, Anna came in without knocking. You son of a bitch, you knock. She never knocked anymore. I'm gonna start locking the door. Alrighty, Grace. Yes, in a minute. Grace heaved a sigh. You sure you don't want to go? Yes, I'm sure. Did you hear my leg hurts? Go have fun without me. Oh yeah, then. Some other time. A nice smile. We kissed. We still love each other. Have fun. Nice to know she understands. We will. Bye. See, what a great girl. Grace and Anna became friends. You don't say. Good friends very soon after they first met. I was against it, but I found it hard to complain of seeing Grace so happy. She probably wants to find out more about me, actually, now that I think about it. Spent quite a lot of time together. Whenever I said anything about this, Grace would tease me. She said I was jealous. But she would also invite me to come along. Yeah, jeez, where'd that come from? I always declined. I eventually got used to it. And things were quiet for a while. The way they should be. The supermarket. Once at the store, I was applying discounts during work hours. It should have been done before we opened, but someone had been slacking off. Grace. I went point fingers, long haired dude. Yeah, it was done, the old guy. Old guy? Did he have long hair? I swear he had long hair. So I was the one stuck, wondering what kind of dog food was 20% off should go on. Or something like that. The list they gave us were always terrible, so full of corrections, you could barely read them. I was about to choose at random where to apply the discount sticker. Someone put a hand on my shoulder. Reflexes! Oh, Anna. God, jeez, God, don't touch me. There was a tightness in my chest. It but it had passed within seconds. I'd been used to her. As I said, I'd gotten used to it. Yeah. She didn't scare me anymore. Hi. How are you, Jack? I'm alright, thanks. What are you meant to be with, Reese? Oh, hey, random question. Do you like big dogs or small dogs? Big dogs, I guess. I see. I went down and placed a sticker reducing the price on the dog food that had one of those wiener dogs on the packages. So you picked the opposite, I think. Grace is in the break room, by the way. I know, I was just there. But you were allowed in the break room. But I wanted to see you. Yeah? Why? I haven't seen you in the last past weeks, you know? Didn't you notice? I guess. I was called into work a lot, and you must have been busy here too. Yep, busy. Cheers. We should meet more often. We haven't met at all. I never wanted to meet you. After all these years apart, we must have a lot of stories to tell, huh? Yeah, I spent most of my time alone, met Grace. That's about it. Jack, you mentioned dogs, right? Right. Wanna go to the dog park? Oh. Was that because of Buddy? Who's Buddy? So you really don't remember anything? Girl, like I've said many times, nope. I don't remember this Buddy, and I don't remember knowing you either. Of course, now I do know about Buddy. I remember his breed or how old he was, or anything other than his name, really. But I do know of him. A certain picture book told me. That's really too bad. But it'll come back to you, I'm sure. Who knows? But he was a really sweet dog. You liked him a lot. Yeah, I shrugged. And he loved you. But then again, that dog loved everyone. He was so trusting. Too trusting. I'm sure he was. Are you really fine with not knowing about so much about your life, Jack? Yeah, I am. I'm used to it by now. I got a future to look forward to. Grace? I think it would feel weird if I could remember, actually. I suppose it's easier in a way. There are some things best left forgotten after all, aren't there? Yeah, not everyone wants to remember. Yeah. Yeah. Of course there are. And I wish some of those things wouldn't have the decency to stay forgotten. Would have had the decency. Why mention it now, though? Ah, there is. I was just a little curious. I didn't believe her. Since there was something in particular she wanted me to remember. I do know what that is now. But I still don't know why she wants me to remember what she did. Is it some sick form of love? Or does she want to finish the job? Is it both? I don't know, really. Her mind is such a mystery to me now as it ever was. She focuses on the words instead of trying to do actions. Interlude Under in Wonderland. Should I finish it here? I mean, that's technically the end of the chapter. So, hope you've enjoyed. Go watch the other videos if you haven't already. Probably should have started with there. And goodbye.